can have a conversation, that can sit down and create a relationship, that can create a partnership, that see the mutual benefit, across all three of those broad lines, are the programs that have really worked very well. And they all three become a part of the educational mission of the institution. The student affairs departments, and I'll use housing as an example, the housing operations that are not embracing the academic mission of the institution are housing operations that will ultimately fail.
I think one of the things to understand is understanding of organizational roles and culture as well. I think one of the well-deserved criticisms, of student affairs and housing is that we believe we're doing really good work, and we believe everybody else understands what we're doing and agrees with us on the outcomes for that. I think what we have done is insulated ourselves, unfortunately, with our own acronyms, our own language, our own scholarship to some extent, which we've not widely shared with other folks. So I think in that sense, we've not been focused in on who these other people are, understanding faculty culture. So I think one of the first things goes back to the other answers. We need to understand who the faculty are, what is their culture, what are they getting rewarded for, and what is their role in the educational process. And I think that varies by institutional type.
I think faculty should do what faculty do. They are intellectual presences. And I think student affairs people should do student affairs work as it relates to the planning, the understanding of student development, when to schedule things, all of those operational and developmental things. And together, when you share those two knowledge foci, the academic intellectual stimulus and the student development piece, there can be a real marriage of people.
Recognizing that we have a role to play in the institution and we have skills to bring to the institution, in making sure that if you're invited to the table, come to the table. And there's a lot of opportunities you'll have throughout your career, we all do, to sit on committees and task forces and projects. Make sure those committees, task force, and projects that include your provost, that include your faculty members, that include people from across the university, that becomes your top priority. You're always going to have students to meet with in the hall. You're always going to have one-on-ones with students. You're always going to have those. But if you're not prioritizing that meeting with that faculty member, if you're not prioritizing those opportunities to meet with, sitting on a committee with the provost, or if the provost is doing the state of the university and you're not there, what message are you sending? So it's actually re-examining your calendar and what's really important.